Hey, welcome back, friends. Every Friday, our friend Christopher Lloyd from the Film Yap shares his thorough, honest, and incisive movie critiques to keep you informed about what's new in theaters and on streaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, welcome.
Hi, Chris.
Thanks. Sometimes I can't manage all three of those adjectives, maybe just one.
We'll take one or two.
Often.
I think that's a pretty accurate description.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about the first movie here, Firestarter. What's that all about?
So this is a remake or reimagining, whatever you want to call it, of the, people remember the Drew Barrymore horror thriller from the 80s, back when she was just a kid.
Okay.
And it's about an 11-year-old girl who's sort of having struggles at school and fitting in, all those sorts of things. And needless to say, her problems are compounding when she starts to find out that she can produce massive torrents of flame.
Oh, my.
So it's kind of a little bit of an allegory for puberty. Things going on there. That they did not screen this one for us, so go check that one out.
Who is Troy from High School Musical in that? What's his name? Zac
Efron?
Efron, there it is.
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
pick the last name. But
Yeah,
I knew
there he is.
But I knew he was Troy from High School Musical.
Kerrigan is now actually able to see the movie. She said she's now going to be available to
Producer
see it.
Kerrigan is suddenly interested
She's
in
very
that.
interested
Let's
now.
talk about Happening, Chris.
So this is a French drama set in the 1960s, and it's about a teen girl. She's like top of her class, smart, seems like she's got everything going for her, but then she starts to have an affair with an older man, becomes pregnant, and is faced with this terrible dilemma of what to do. Obviously a very topical subject right now, and this is getting great reviews. Haven't seen it myself, but we will have a review up later today. Definitely looks like one of those very sober sorts of dramas.
Okay, is it all in subtitles the entire time?
Yeah, it's French.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to know that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes if you don't know that going into a movie, you're like, oh, this is going to be a long movie.
Oui, oui.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oui, oui.
Les Miserables. Okay, what about Memoria, Chris?
Yeah.
More subtitles here. Somewhat. The great Tilda Swinton stars in this very sort of dreamlike movie. She plays a Scottish woman living in Colombia who hears this strange thudding sound and becomes obsessed with it. And it seems like seemingly she's the only one who hears it. She starts going around talking to people, goes to a sound engineer who kind of like replicates it for her, and she just sort of starts wandering around some archaeological sites, into the jungle, having experiences, encounters. Yes, this is a very much a what they call pure cinema type of movie, not a lot of story, a lot of very contemplative, slow-moving moments. I found it very beautiful, at times mesmerizing, at times not so mesmerizing. Definitely one of those acquired taste sort of films. If you're into this sort of thing, if you like the non-narrative experiences, I think you'll enjoy it. It is definitely one of those movies that I will say is probably best experience in a movie theater. Like watching it at home with the kids yelling like I did.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah, you need that experience sometimes.
Pure cinema. Let's talk about what's out on streaming this weekend. This is big.
And the first one, actually, we were just talking to Angela Gnode about.
Yes, a certain crusading local journalist features prominently in this. Angela, of course, is the one who broke the story about the local fertility doctor who used his own DNA to inseminate untold numbers of women. Believe it or not, as of the time the movie was released, they're up to 94 siblings, half-siblings. And it's just an amazing, terrific documentary, really the best documentary I've seen so far in 2022 about this, about the motivations, and also just about the bravery of these people, especially the women who came forward, the women who were violated. Definitely a tough movie to watch, but I think very well worthwhile, and obviously with an amazing local angle.
Oh, yeah, incredible to have that connection here and now see that unfold and what it's become now. So I'm looking forward to seeing
there's
that.
definitely been a buzz here in the building as it's been released. Let's talk about Senior Year on streaming, Chris.
So opposite of all these other dark and dour movies, Rebel Wilson plays this is one of those like 90s body switcheroo type of comedies.
Oh, yeah.
She plays like the most popular girl at school who is head of the cheerleading squad, gets bonked on the head, goes into a coma, wakes up 20 years later, now played by Rebel Wilson, and has to readjust into life. So of course she does what's most important in any comedy is she has to go back to school and finish high school, finish her senior year, and of course she wants to become prom queen and get back into cheerleading, and she has all these conflicts. Interesting things going on here. I like the cool transitions of time, how things are different over the last 20 years, how the kids seem much more woke and nicer, but really they've got all the mean girl stuff is still going on. It's just like on Instagram and in other places. A lot of cool things going on out there. falls a little too much on the retread rather than the rethink angle for me.
Okay.
But definitely some laugh out loud moments, and Rebel Wilson.
Okay, senior
Yeah,
year.
she's
that's
always funny to
Yeah.
watch. So
great
yeah.
comedic. Yeah, and for Chris's reviews and his team's reviews, make sure you follow him at filmyap.substack.com or at the Film Yap on Facebook and Twitter. Chris, thanks as
Yeah,
always.
Thank you so much,
My
Chris.
pleasure.
Yeah, we'll see